Well, it's crack. I'm Boston.
Hey, we're back.
We intro song from anybody this week? No.
What was the tune in my head?
Maybe a Led Zeppelin
I'm
song.
worried about right now. One
What's
more
that got to
public.
do with our podcast?
I
I am
worried.
worried about our podcast.
Oh wait, no. I thought you just want me to sing a song. Like,
No,
I've,
Should we get a
something
jingle?
relevant to the episode.
I've had that One Republic tune stuck in my head all week.
Who the fuck listens to One Republic in 2022?
They do the song for Top Gun 2. When they're on the
we're
beach.
back here again.
Jesus Christ, mate.
Yeah,
Give it a rest.
He grew out a mustache and everything.
It's actually Tom Cruise's favourite band, so it doesn't all. I love it all.
Hey, like, what is it? Hey, like him.
Well, no, you like him. How have you all been this week, chaps?
Not too bad. We haven't seen each other actually since the last podcast, have we?
Probably not.
Normally we overlap at a gig or something, or we see each other.
Good enough. It's been really weird.
Have you enjoyed that week? Not seeing each other or what?
It's been lovely, like.
It's been really weird. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like stand up at the minute's kind of at a low point at the minute. Like not that many gigs happening.
There was definitely a real burst of gigs all over the place there, and then I think
It's
after
gotten
the
stagnant.
Sunflower we had these two big shows and all
Yeah.
together, and after it's just dipped a wee bit. But I think it's
Yeah.
maybe just
It's just the time of year.
compared to what it was before.
I got slapped and didn't try and get booked as much, and I've 2 weeks now. So this is on Monday the 5th of September, and my next gig isn't to the 14th, and I'm like fucking like a methadone.
I'm the same.
want
I
my
have
jellies.
nothing all week, and then next week again I'm back.
Well, you were away this week.
Oh, I was
And
away, yeah.
I would
Yeah.
like to hear quite a lot about.
I was away meeting the legend of the Fonahy.
Oh, Charlie, the king? Yeah.
People, if you don't watch every episode, you're not gonna have a clue what the fuck we're talking about.
Did you
I'm
like it,
on
but-
this podcast and I don't know what you're on about.
Remember the guy that had the super doll?
Yes, but
Yeah.
even when you told that
Super-
story,
the
I didn't
super
really
dome?
understand.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I went there. I booked like a wee glamping stay for me and Ashton and Kieran. You like have been there loads.
Yeah.
And I was like, any recommendations? And yeah, just do you know what any says?
You absolute glamper, bro.
Oh, it's just
Yeah, glamping.
You've been waiting all week to say that.
Yeah, glamper.
King of the glampers. Have to say this. Southern Ireland, or well, Donegal in particular, is the best part of the north.
Southernmost northern Ireland.
Donegal is just, I don't know, it's so hard to put into words, but it's just the spot. Like
I like Donegal.
Did you go to the
everything's
pizza
better.
place?
No, I actually didn't go to the pizza place because Ashton's only back from Italy, so
I just put the pizza out.
yeah, so she's like, no more pizza.
Absolutely, mama made.
Did you go to Arnold?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good for a bit of Dilly D music. Skilly.
There was no diddly D music that night, I actually couldn't believe that.
Your uncle Hugo loves you.
Did your girlfriend bring the banjo?
No.
And that's
no.
not a euphemism.
No.
Yeah, so yeah, that sounded dirty as fuck. Here, you're bringing the banjo today.
Fuck, she's well tuned.
She's- nice.
I agree with you about Donegal. Like, I'd rather that than like Dublin.
It also makes no sense, but like the Guinness, you're gonna hit this. The Guinness in Donegal
It is
tastes
better,
better
yeah.
than, even though it's like we all know the Guinness tastes better in the south, but this is like the north south. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it makes no sense, but you just get up there and you're like,
I
fuck,
got
it's
it. I had a
class.
pint.
Did you enjoy
Did you?
I had a pint of Guinness. I went to Shane Todd on Saturday,
I never heard of him.
and I know it's just new fella. He'd done 5'10".
New on the same.
In the Pav, was it?
Chicken box?
It was in the Opera House, and then afterwards went to the Heart Bar. And I'm a mess with drinks. I don't know what I'm drinking half the time. Like
Yeah.
every time I go up to the bar, I get something new, and I was like, going to get a Guinness here. I'm going to get a fucking Guinness. Got a Guinness, and as always, it was all right.
Nothing.
But also because you went to the hot
finished
bar.
it.
Yeah, but it was an effort to finish it. It was solid 5.
See,
6
that's how
out
I
of
feel
10.
with like a hop house.
Yeah,
Hop house really like hoppy. You don't say like, but
bouncing.
yeah, it's a lot of flavour, and I can't deal with it.
But that's the thing. I want to like Guinness, but it's just a wee bit. I don't know. It just seems like a bit of a struggle.
I think it's like a certain type of vibe Guinness. Like I couldn't go out after well, maybe I could go out after Shane Dawn and drink Guinness.
It's
Do you
just
know
the
what I mean?
taste of it, though.
It's so creamy and great.
I don't know. I
It's
want
like
to
a beer
it.
milkshake.
And it feels like it's something I should like.
Yeah.
Let me like it, guys. Let me like it, please.
You can join the club one day.
Do you know, I actually hate that about alcohol though, because it's like one of them things where like you're like, I don't like this, but I'm going to keep drinking it. Like you don't do that
Yeah.
with food or anything else. You
Yeah.
don't have like some rotten food. You're like, I'm going to keep at this here.
I'm in a bad place for alcohol at the moment, which makes it sound like
You're an alcoholic.
which makes it sound like I have a problem, but it's an opposite. I can't find an alcoholic drink that I like.
Yeah,
See,
like
that's me, but
cider.
Not that I dislike, but it's everyone's.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's me, but Guinness is the go-to. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I
Yeah.
don't. Do you know, this could be the theory. I think people in the same situation you are, they find Guinness and go, this'll do, and then they don't veer off that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no,
You know what
that's
I've
the
been on?
best it's going to get.
yeah,
then.
yeah. This is life for the rest of the time.
I'd love to have a drink. Oh, you know Pete, he's a fucking whiskey drinker.
Oh, Pete.
Or he drinks fucking gin. I'd just like to have a...
Don't let him near the Jack Daniels.
I know.
Fucking metal. I've been on the gin and tonics lately. I'm really,
See, I don't
really
like
liking
tonic,
them.
but I don't mind a gin.
I hate tonic. Why anyone drinks tonic?
I know.
Gin,
It'd be
tonic,
tasty.
slice of lemon, load of ice. It was lovely on Saturday. I was drinking them.
I would have that with like lemonade.
Yeah,
I
we
don't-
did gin and juice as well.
Sipping on gin and
Laid
juice.
back. With my man, my money.
Plant out. Yeah. I like a wee pink gin.
Pink gin's good gear, yeah.
I just like
In a wee
fruity
goblet?
drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't like goblets. I like a normal glass.
Could you drink whiskey by itself? That's what I've tried to get into, and I've never been able to get past it. Like,
See, like the idea of like a whiskey sour or like a whiskey ginger or something like
I
that.
love a whiskey sour.
Is it
Whiskey
nice?
sour's- Oh,
you
you
were
would like
drinking
a
them in
whiskey
boxer
sour.
flat out.
But then they're going to be about fucking 10 quid, aren't they? Like each.
Depends who you go with, yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
go-to cocktail?
I like a zombie.
Oh,
the
yeah,
zombie.
yeah. Love and Death used to do them class.
Zombie's really nice, real fruity and
Whiskey
all.
sour, it's mine.
And then there's a
Old-fashioned.
porn star martinis. Don't really like too much. That's just it's all right. But the Ashburn, your favorite bar,
Yeah.
they do a strawberry porn star martini, mate.
Take my shoes off. Blow a sax king off you.
Absolutely, get the choker box out and just fucking
My,
empty it.
my thing with cocktails is I want like a pint of a cocktail.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
They go too quickly, like.
a porn star martini comes in that wee, like, you know
They
what I
are
mean?
shafting you with the sizes.
Oh,
like,
you're getting absolutely real, especially when you lump a load of ice in them.
do you know what to do? The shallow glass, but it's really, really, really wide.
Yes.
You like them champagne glass. You're like spilling it on you, trying to tip it because it's that
Yeah,
fucking
them ones
wide.
there, and you're like,
You
especially
like,
someone
like a cartoon martini glass, you know them ones.
someone
What's it
whose
called?
hands are as shaky as mine as well. It's ridiculous. I'm like fucking.
You know, like you were brushing your teeth with a glass there.
That's how it's done. Like I could walk out. See if I wear like a white shirt
Yeah.
and I'm having cocktails. Never
That
again.
top you're wearing used to be white.
Yeah.
Need a few wickets.
Shout out all the video
All the
watchers
video
here.
nerds.
All
the
you
video
audio
watchers.
listeners are missing out on this great content.
One day after we do a podcast, say we record on a Saturday and we've got the Saturday evening free, or just we'll go around. There's a local up the road from here called the Lansdowne, and they do this now that it's coming in the autumn again. They have an autumn winter cocktail range, and they do this cocktail called the Snow White, and it is like white chocolate espresso martini.
Right.
It would blow the socks clean off you. It's fucking
Like
delicious.
taste wise or alcohol wise?
Taste wise, you
Right,
could
okay.
just keep drinking them all night. Like
Lovely. Yes, seen Shane Todd in the Opera House tonight. Not tonight, sorry, this week. Seen him on Saturday. It was unreal. It was Connor Keys supporting. And then Aaron McCann. Fucking class night.
Mate, can we just talk about how sound it was from him to invite all them comedians to do support
Yeah.
for him? Like, he had like the biggest clusterfuck of comedians.
My girlfriend was at the early show and it was different sport acts.
who was the
What?
earlier one?
It was Connor Keys and William Thompson for her. So she texted me and was all,
I was wondering this. I seen that and was like, how many people were doing support? But that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Like, two different.
It's
splits.
William went after and done Ben Madigan's, the
Yeah.
bar around the corner from me, because I was in our other local, and boys were like, "Well, comedian, like, you've never been invited to play Ben Madigan."
It's real levels.
Fucking leave me alone.
Because yeah, I knew it was going to be Connor Keys, and then she texted me, "Oh, we're just finished William Thompson." I was all sweet, and then it was Aaron McCann. I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's mad.
But I found myself doing this. I've done it since I've started doing stand up. I've only seen like two proper, like, you know, like a tour show of someone.
Yeah.
First one was Adam Rowe, and I did it a wee bit, but I found myself doing it Shane Todd, where like I'm watching it and I'm like trying to think where he's going.
yeah,
I'm trying to guess the ending, and like 4 times I guessed the ending.
You can't switch off.
And
Like,
I told him, I was all to my sister, I was like, I bet you he says this. I bet you it's a callback to this. And I got
Yeah.
it right like every time. I was all, get
She
it.
not like fuck up.
Yeah. She was all, you're a cunt. And I was all, I bet he ties it back to that. But remember at the start, he put too much emphasis on that word. He's definitely going to
Yeah.
bring that up again. Like.
I hate that. I find the same. You can't really go to a show and just sit and take it at face value.
But I still enjoyed it.
You still enjoy it, but it's weird. You're looking at it almost like through different.
It's like a
colour
learning
glasses.
curve.
Yeah,
Like you're
it
watching
is.
it, like trying to go, like, what's he doing here? What's he at? Like.
Yeah.
When we go down to the Pav on like a Monday to watch, say I'm not on, and like last Monday, and I was watching, and everyone killed it last Monday. It was a really, really strong lineup, and I was just like, "Fuck, I'd love to get on and like tweak this wee bit of my set and try this wee bit." No, because the crowd seemed unreal tonight.
Yeah.
and that's how I've been feeling since just going to watch normal stand up now. And like when I'm seeing someone murder, I'm like, "Fuck, I'd love to get up and just try a wee bit here and a wee bit here." And it's fucking, it annoys me now. Like,
Yeah, that's good. I know exactly what you mean because I was sort of doing it. And I'm sure we all sort of do it as well when you're watching other people. But the other thing I had this week was I finally got to do some tour support for Mickey Bartlett.
Never heard of him.
Never. I think the fact I was from Lurgan got me that gig. It was just like, who's a fucking cunt that's beside me that I can just pick up on the way
Who
here?
can jump in the Bartmobile with
Yeah,
me?
exactly, yeah. That's what I got in this car, and I was all, I'm more excited to get a wee go in this car and the gig
is it a
itself.
whip? Yeah.
Is Whippy? It's a nice car.
You just come down the road.
Bartlett. But we're up Moran Point. Like, it was good crack. Like, it's weird seeing like the tour show and like being backstage.
The venue
like,
looked mental.
Yeah, he's met by like a guy from Shine and all, and they like bring you through the venue and like it's like a packed bar. You know what I mean? Like people, McAleavey, like trying to get a photo and all, and then you get brought up like and you had to go through like a staffed one. You're like brought through like a kitchen. There's guys like fucking cooking food and all. And you're like walking through the kitchen.
Did you go for a wee sample? Like,
and then no, like you're like stepping over like fucking Scampy and all to try to get to this green room. And then you get brought up these like wee shitty stairs and all. Like, and then you're just in an attic with like a load of like DJ decks sitting there, a load of posters and like a bucket of like beer. And it's just like you, the guy from Shane Mickey, and you're just sitting there and you're like showbiz.
Shooting the shit.
That's fucking
but it's
mad.
like you're like proper shit green room.
Yeah.
And then it's like right when you go downstairs and all, let's carry on. It was a good experience. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, it looked lethal. Like.
That'll be class. And that's a cool wee venue too. Like, I know it's like a beer garden, but the way they put the roof down and all
The
that,
UV
it's
lights
massive,
it
like,
actually,
yeah.
actually is a good spot. That like,
But then there was that, and then do you know where like outdoor bits aren't fully enclosed?
Yeah.
There was like the smoking area, and then the main bar, and then the main bar was an 18th birthday. So there's people coming out for fags and bags like off their head and gear, like just like
Where's
shouting
Mickey,
loud.
Yeah.
And there was one guy who worked in the venue, and I swear to God, the guy was about 19, and he done a fucking amazing job
Of keeping them shutting up.
constantly going up to them and being all, guys, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. And he was all to me, I'm so sorry about that. And I was all, mate, you're doing more than any bouncer I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I was like, you need to look at someone and go, he's going to do nothing here.
Yeah.
And the guy was big that he was going up to, like, and he was just going up. He must have went up about half a dozen times, telling him to shut up, like.
fuck.
He's fucking
I didn't
legend,
say
like.
this the other time,
Relentless.
but I know that bar, and it's like it would be. Well, let's just say when you first get into your drinking, it's a spot you would head to.
Yeah, I got
Do
that
you know what
impression.
I mean?
How many did it hold that night?
There was 190 odd tickets or
190.
sold.
Fuck, it's lethal.
Not 190.
Oh, it,
100, like 90
oh
odd
right. If
tickets.
he's on
right,
190,
okay.
yeah.
No. It was like 90 something tickets sold.
It's still lethal, like.
But what was it?
Do you remember when we were just sort of starting out and we maybe had the ideas of the podcast and that poster came out, like Mickey Bartlett 35, the tour?
Yes.
And we were like, fuck, he's doing a tour. And then you ended up doing support.
doing
There's
the last
something nice
one.
about that.
That was the final date of it, yeah. But you're right about saying I did get that impression, like people going out, because like I was just sitting there, because obviously I went up, done the warm up, and then they went on to the break. I had to like introduce the break, and then they came back. Mickey's on, so he's on it for an hour. So I'm just like standing there with a guy from Shine watching it.
Did you get on the sauce?
And then I had a few ciders, like, and then they had all the free drink were like free Coors Light room temperature, and I was like,
Corona?
fuck this, like.
Yeah.
But some girl came out and was like, excuse me, when can the 18th come out? You know, like the 18th birthday. And I was
Oh,
like,
right.
no, you need to give it about 40 minutes there. Like. And then I was sitting there as well, and some girl came over and was all, excuse me, do you know where the toilets were? Because I was wearing all black,
Yeah.
like I do on stage. So, excuse me, do you know where the toilets are? And I was all, they're in there. And then she went in, she came out and was all, you have a sport act? And I was all, yeah. And she was all, I'm so sorry, I thought you worked there. Like. And I was all like,
But you turned around and be like, do you like comedians, do you?
I was like, if you want to go for a shite, it is in there. I wasn't lying. Like, I'll get you toilet roll if you want. Like. But it was good crack. It was good crack.
I had slightly also gigged with Mickey, but nowhere near as well. I got a hello because I had to run on to Wolf Alice, so I got to say hello. But
Who's she?
An indie band, surprisingly enough.
Okay.
She's an entire indie band.
No, it's a full group of them. I think they're Scottish or something. But we done Banana Block, which was a fucking really nice gig. And
Sounds like a flavour of ice cream.
Banana Block,
Yeah.
it's a fucking weird room. It's like a James Bond film.
It's a really
there.
nice gig. It's a fucking weird room.
It's like
What
what it
did
is,
he
a museum outside, I think, and we went in, and because Jordan Robinson was explaining to me, like something to do with the word Millie comes from where that is.
Yeah.
And like
Mill workers.
mill work, yeah. And he was so I got in every day's a school day.
Yeah.
And then we were in there, and like they gave us free mozzarella cheese.
Mozzarella?
But
Yeah,
what did you
it's-
say? Mozzarella.
The
He's half
buffalo
Italian, don't you know?
mozzarella,
You fucking bad gimp.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
No way we can let this go.
And gorgonzola. And listen, pal, I know my cheeses. I know my Frank Giancarlo Zola. Shoot up, Giancarlo. What's his
Darry
name?
Lilo, do you have it?
Yeah. And a bit of Red Leicester Zola. And but imagine them putting like a cheese board in front of you. But someone with a dodgy tummy like me, and you have to go on stage.
Yeah.
It's not happening. Like,
I would enjoy the cheese afterwards.
That's right up your street. That gig.
Yeah.
oh
Cheese
yeah, definitely
and
cheese,
fucking
craft
comedy.
beer, cans of Guinness,
Whipping up
unlimited.
the
Yeah,
in the interval.
a couple of golfs doing the bar. It was lethal.
Oh, mate. You sure this wasn't a wet dream?
It was like woo.
And then they give me a favour for my time. I was class.
And then I woke up and had my
I only
cornflakes.
had to pay them 50 quid.
Yeah, brilliant. I paid Ronan Linsky 150. He was, just let me do 10 minutes for the photo.
It was worth it for the cheese alone, lads.
Yeah. And it was really I done like 2 new bits, and one of them landed, and one of them kind of didn't, which was like, you know, like a football match where everything goes well apart from, you know, you get carded or something. Like that.
By the way, name of the podcast: Goth Girls and Fromage.
I can't share that. You
Goth Girls and Fromage.
You can't, but we can. It's all right. That's fine.
Class.
Oh god. I'm trying to think of my week. I didn't. As I said, I had no stand up, but the cheese thing there. We're doing. Are we all doing that gig? Me and you doing that gig? The tapas one.
The tapas, yes, in the river rooms.
In the river rooms.
I'm not doing it.
I love the idea of that stand up
somewhere else.
What am I?
The same night. Somewhere slightly decent.
What day is that
14th?
gig?
The 14th.
14th of what?
September.
I'm doing support for
Oh,
Dave
wait a
Chappelle.
minute, Avery's fuck's
Me,
where? I messaged Will, was all, can I do that?
Fuck's sake. I'm double booked.
Sorry, Colin Gas, I'll not make it.
Listen, get us forget about
There's tapas and enchiladas happening.
Will Ray's got a load of pork pies cut in half over here and make up.
Load of quiche. I wonder, is it going to be like proper like Spanish tapas, or is it going to be like, you know, cocktail sauces?
Don't you start, you're going to go, not eating this shit.
Well, can I say, I think Will Ray is sort of in your bracket. I would trust Will Ray to put a good tapas
I was going
together.
to say autistic as fuck.
Boys. OCD, not autistic.
Same
We're all
fucking
on the spectrum.
Same
We're all on the
family.
spectrum.
Yeah. Same family.
Yeah, I don't know. But here, I want to know about
Is that not how it happens? No.
I want to know about Donegal. Was it sort of, what was it? Was it chill vibes?
Do you know what it was? And this is like,
Because I'm interested in going. I want to go.
Any
We
fella
went.
takes our misses away will know this. Like, we're not good at planning things. We just book something and
Right.
hope, like, fuck, it works. So I had somehow managed to book it for the week after the schools went back. So
Yeah.
there was no kids.
Yeah.
There was no fucking around like that.
Yeah.
You walked into anywhere you want at like 7, 8 o'clock. Be like, can we get a seat down? Like, yeah, no problem. Come on
Yeah.
ahead. It's like, and it was one of them nice wee like Irishy places by the sea that had like just one street down the middle, but there was like 4 or 5 good pubs, 2, 3 good restaurants.
You
in
weren't
it.
running around walking for ages. It was all just
no taxis,
concentrated.
no need for nothing. We
My
actually took a
boy will be foaming at the
we
mouth.
took a spin round to like that night, the Shandon Hotel
Yeah, yeah.
around the corner.
See-
Class sea view, had a half a pint of Guinness, Mrs. had a pint, you know, great times.
So say my dad would be like, oh, say more about
Yeah.
it. If my dad could, he would retire to the fucking place.
It's class, and then you just have like the beach and the sea, and I love all that shit.
Can we talk about Kieran's dad fucking swerving him for a pint?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. On Saturday I
Call
rang
him
him. On Saturday I rang in work, and last day in the office, so it was like,
It's okay, by the way. It's alright.
I know, fucking, I love you.
We'll go
But
for
don't be like me. No,
Yeah.
no, Sean. I'm a fucking with you.
I rang
does
him.
We're doing something that day, remember?
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
your stuff?
I was wondering why you run this Instagram story.
He's showing Kieran's dad going, he's a fucking melting.
You sitting in the chest, or us three in the lance down, just
Drinking a few Snow Whites.
Oh dear.
I rang him. I rang my dad and was like, "Well, what's the story? And are you free today?" And he went, "Oh, I'm doing nothing." And then I was like, "Oh, that's right. Do you want to go to the pub?" And the line just went silent. And I was like,
You went under a bridge, you told me about that.
and I was like, "You like, Dad? What?" And he just went, "Oh, here I'm busy or something." He goes, "I'm not feeling the May West. I'm not feeling the best."
May West.
And I was like,
Longer word than best.
Yeah. And he
Just
was
say
like,
best.
He was like, "I'm just like, listen, you know how it is." No, I was at the horse racing. He just came out with all these random places he was
You
the
know
night
what
before.
it is, sure. The fucking dishwasher on there the
Yeah,
day.
I've gone
The
to
socks
mass.
are grey. Just you
I
do
don't-
yourself.
you know how it
I
feels like
I don't really like you, and you know.
I raised you for 24 and a half years, and I just don't want to do anything to you anymore, and don't be
20 of
asking
them was
drinks.
too long.
Yeah.
So the Chester used to be the last drop where I ran a couple of gigs.
Yeah.
And it's been bought back by old owners. And basically the way they've done it is, let's let the riffraff in again. Like, you're allowed back in track,
Upper
and all.
riffraff.
And they got a U105 DJing. So it was me and 2 of my mates. And 2 of my uncle's mates. This guy Steal the Pints. I don't know his real name, but his nickname is Steal the Pints. SDP.
What a good name to have, like.
Steal the Pints. And the whole night he sat there like an NPC, just like. But we so they brought in like a U105 DJ, and like we were the youngest people there, about 20 years, all these 60-year-old grannies.
Yeah.
And one of my mates, just he charmed the birds out of the trees, was dancing with one of their grannies, and then he walked out there afterwards like, "Do you like it?" And she like went in to pull him and went, "Oh no, fuck," and went and sat back down. But she like walked over to the table to be like come here, I want to pull you.
Right.
And she slipped and went about 5 foot in the fucking air.
What age of a woman is this?
Probably like mid 60s. Should be feeling it today, like. And I went about 4 feet in the air, and like all the other grannies like surrounded her, like, lift her up.
When was this?
Saturday night.
Go down to the Chester, mate.
I can see why your dad and Greg, you know.
If you're on the touch for a gilf, get down to the Chester.
What's the address?
We're going tonight.
Right,
Caroline Stewart from UNO on.
Fantastic, boys. Fucking hell.
Fuck Hugo Duncan as some Paul.
And she must have fell with 4 other times throughout the night as well. It was fucking laugh like.
Pure magic.
I would also like to ask Sean another question, because I was sitting watching last week's podcast and I thought, why didn't he talk about that? And then I realised it happened afterwards. Bird in the house.
Bird in the house, yes. Flip me, yeah. So
Animal bird, by the way, not female.
No, yeah. Had a bird around.
Had a few birds around, what? Whole cake.
So basically, I just sit in the house. What day was I? I can't remember.
I think it was the day after we recorded.
Yeah, so it must have been
I
like
think it was when you went home.
Yeah, so I was just sitting there, and next thing, like, just heard the chimney sort of fluttering around, and then like a load of ash fell down. I was like, "What the hell's going on there?" And then I sort of looked and just said this big lump, but here's some fluttering. And I was like, "What the hell?" But I thought a rat or something was going to fall out of it.
Yeah.
So like, fuck, better lock myself in the kitchen here in case something happens. Like any good man would, like.
In case the rat has knuckle dusters.
I don't know, like. So I was just sitting there in the kitchen. I think I was making myself a cup of tea. Next thing I just heard like, and just like this fucking
Good bird impression.
very good. I mean,
You surprised yourself
yeah,
there,
I
didn't
was
you?
like, I don't know how that. To be honest, that's coming. That's going to be added to a bit.
That's
very
maybe why you
soon.
came round.
I was making calls. I was like,
Something my mate Sean called.
but,
Shorty boy, what about that?
I just looked and just seen this magpie fly out of the chimney, then it just come out and just went boom straight into the window. I was like, "What the?" Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
And then I was like, called on my nature knowledge. Is like, I think I can get like a big towel or something and wrap it in it.
Yeah.
But like, do you know that like you're terrified of them things? Like, would you grab a bird?
I
No,
seen the
mate,
video
what
of
do you
you.
think the
You
moth's
sound,
doing
your
about
voice went very high pitched.
But everyone messaged me. Everybody messaged me was like,
Did
"Fair
you kill
play
it?
to you, I would have just burned the house down or moved out." Do you know what I mean? Like, it was because I'd opened the windows, opened the doors, and I was just being a stupid fucking
It's an
bird.
awkward
Like,
one because you have to be heavy-handed with it, but you don't want to hurt it either.
that's what I mean. Yeah. I just had
you
the
want
right.
to grab it, but you can't. You don't know.
I was rough but tender.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Thing is, all the birds,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Ruffle a few feathers in his tail.
When does Sandy comes down that chimney next?
Get the claws out.
But yeah, I don't know. I just was like, what the flip do I do? And it was starting to shit everywhere, so I was like, I'm gonna have to get rid of the thing.
Actually, there's shit everywhere.
She wasn't there, so I was just like, I don't know what to do, and then just chucked it out the window. But obviously,
You didn't hurt it?
Obviously, my first thought was content. Let's film this.
So I'm surprised you got it filmed.
Well, that was my first thought. I was like, I need to film. Well, my first thought was, no one's going to believe this.
Yeah.
I need to document it. Because if I told the story in the podcast, you all them something like, good man.
Come
Good
on,
man.
cheers,
I
cheers.
believed you.
Good man. You want, there's
There's
a
the
squirrels
squirrels
back
again.
again.
Oh, yeah, fuck me. They're legends. Like,
But,
they're on the estate.
But yeah, so that was the bird story. But fuck me, I was traumatic. Like I went, like, Joe, when you actually touch and like something like that,
Yeah.
like, my mouth just filled with like mini sticks, like just this is actually broke, and then just
Yeah.
chucked him out the window. But yeah,
Nice.
I was tempted to snap its neck, but that would have been good.
Jesus,
just
man.
leave a message for all the other magpies
rip
that
the
want to
head
come down the
clean
chimney.
off.
Yeah,
KFC the bastard.
just fucking deep fried pigeon for dinner.
Would we like to go into room 101?
Yeah,
Room
see, you
102?
got yours wrote in your hand.
I always forget mine. You have your phones on you, so I've actually
stand
got
up.
3
Alright.
options for room 101 today. So
Jesus.
Fuck, you've had a bad
It's
week.
been
I know, yeah.
I've had no stand up to do, so it's been a long week, boys.
He goes for a weekend away with his girlfriend. He comes back with fucking loads of pet peeves.
I can do all 3 of ours. if you
Double
want.
goal. Glamping.
I can,
Chimneys.
Guinness.
The results from last week, I don't have the exact results, like number wise.
I won room 101.
People,
Pipe down.
people not having contactless payments.
This
was
guy,
room
the
101.
champ.
And then guilty pleasure, I got it with wasting a day.
Somebody, shout out to Al, give a very honourable mention to the Boohoo Man Cowards one. He's like, if this doesn't win, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I agree, we were robbed.
We've
Al,
lost a listener.
We're absolutely
lost a
robbed.
listener.
We've got no questions from him. This, no, we actually do. But yeah, I agree, absolutely robbed.
My room 101 this week, pet peeve is on Facebook, kids going back to school photos. Doing my head in.
It is it.
Fucking frying my head.
Oh, I seen the worst one as well. See where they put the husband going, and he's going back to work today.
Oh, I
Fucking hate that shit.
oh, shit.
Why is it goes, there's a kids back to school, and it's a photo of the husband like standing like house. And
There's a
he's
photo
away
of
back
Paddy
to work.
McDonald. Did you see that?
No, him standing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, with the school
Fuck's
uniform on. But do you know what it is? I seen one, and it was like some wee girl, and she was holding a wee chalkboard thing, and it was like name whatever it is, age 4, starting primary 2.
The address of the school and all.
What
for
I want to
everyone.
be when I grow up, fucking Starship Sailor, whatever the fuck that is.
Starship Sailor?
It was something random, like it wasn't even a real job.
Blade Runner.
And then all this thing, it's just like holding it. You're going to primary 2?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on here?
My man got one photo of me, and that was enough.
Yeah.
Because it was an ugly child.
But do you know, are you not with me on this?
No, I don't really agree because I think it's like did you see your kid growing up each year, primary 1, primary 2, all the way up. So it's nice to have just one wee photo of them each year. I think
It's nice for them, but it's not nice for me. I don't know kids. Fuck them.
Wait, am I confusing this with something? Does someone have a bit about this?
Dave Elliott has a bit where he talks about and
Posting it on Facebook and no one gives a fuck.
Yes, what his bit? Oh, well, actually, I don't want to do his bit. Actually,
Yeah, but
The gist of it is
he's a bit of something about the school. The school isn't ready for the wee fella.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into this bit, but yeah, he's a bit something similar to that. But it was this week because obviously the schools were back, weren't they?
Yeah. So
And I think I'm at that age now where I have a load of people on Facebook who do have young kids.
he's got Barnes.
What?
Barnes.
Wayne's.
Yeah, Wayne's.
And
Don't be footing them.
it's doing my head. I couldn't give a fuck. And photos of your kids in general, don't give a fuck.
Mate, you're about to lose quite a few
couldn't
followers.
give a fuck. I don't.
This isn't about winning anymore. It's about getting off your
when you
chest.
It's
have,
that babe, it does my head.
Yeah.
See when you have kids and you're putting up photos.
Are we Malky?
There's gonna be
Fuck your wee Malky.
Fuck.
Don't say that to the wrong part.
Nowadays there are some fucking ridiculous names. There's a kid called B started school. RWB.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fella. And it's like, B. Like, imagine. Oh, the worst one I've heard is a guy I went to uni with told me that if someone on the street called his daughter Eva Tony Ann, and he's an Everton fan.
It's a boy?
No, if his daughter Eva Tony Ann.
I don't get that.
Evertonian.
Evertonian.
So not the worst name you've ever heard. Like,
I was all they're all normal enough names. Like
Eva Tony Ann, Evertonian. That's fucking like that's reaching.
What's your pet peeve? Or do I go next? I have 3. I'll run through. I'll pick. Wait, I don't know which one I want to do. We'll go with Milfs. Milfs are my pet peeve this week.
What? Milfs are the best thing to ever come out of this planet.
Milfs are my pet peeve. I think
if you give me 50 quid, the bet on what you were going to say.
That's right. You know me. I like to go niche with my pet peeves.
What's wrong with Milfs?
So my pet peeve this week is Milfs, and here's why. Right? Milfs.
What the fuck?
Milfs, as you said, just have their wee ones, want to take photos, send them off to school, and then you have dirty wee animals like young men going, "Oh, see that mother? I'd like to fuck her," and I think that's disgusting.
Well, people like
wanna
Milfs or Milfs?
No, I'm not blaming them for being a MILF. I'm blaming the people.
That is a sentence nobody should ever say. I'm not blaming them for being a MILF.
Look, if you're a MILF, good on you. But I just think the term MILF and people going, she's a MILF, like she's just a mother that just wants to get on with her day. Yeah, she's got big decks.
You know that term as well, decks.
Big decks.
I've never heard that's such a culty term.
And she drives a Range Rover, you know. But she's got kids. She's got a husband.
So yours isn't the people, it's people describing people as MILFs. Is that what it
It's
is?
just the whole concept of a MILF. You could just have. It's the fact that it's a mother you want to fuck. You know, she's got a wife. She got a husband.
She's got a wife. She's
got a husband. She's
modern
got
day.
kids.
When did feminist McAleavey turn up?
I know, yeah.
She's just, she's just a woman. And you're.
So do you mean MILF hunters?
No, not even MILF hunters. Just
The term.
Just the term.
And everything that comes with it.
Like if you turn around and go, there's a hot woman, or like there's a fucking hot,
there's a smoking foxy
but
babe.
the fact that you're like the fact that they're sexualizing
A double dagger.
She's a 1690.
The fact that it's like she like if you're like that's a wife I want to fuck, that's wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
okay.
Let's see, that's
here. What about a DILF? Is that wrong
DILF?
now too?
Yeah, that's wrong too, Delph. Because
Okay.
that's a husband. You know what I mean? You're
PC
making them
McAleavey.
cheat. You're making them cheat on their family and all. So I just think
Okay.
that's wrong. If you go like that's if you're like that's a let me think here a single I'd like to fuck
sister,
then
I'd like
you're
to fuck.
alright.
You're going sister.
Sister, I'd like to fuck. That's my sister, I'd like to fuck. Down in here. Smurf.
That's a woman I'd like to fuck. That's
Sean,
okay.
I'd like to fuck.
But it's the fact you're sexualizing the marriage part of it and you're getting in that relationship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Follow Sean here.
It's a cardigan.
Yeah.
Go woke or go broke.
Yeah, it's because I'm in my work attire today. I'm all fucking
Very
sensible.
2022. If you very,
I know.
very mature.
You've matured as a human being.
Oh, I can't wait to see the TikTok comments under that one. Jesus Christ.
Get
I
a load
haven't
of this,
matured,
guy.
by the way. So fuck.
Do you want to know
school
what?
kids.
Do you know what the one I was
Fuck them
debating
kids.
between there? I was debating between MILFs, plugs, and diversions.
Butt
So
plugs?
I think it shows it. No, just do you know, like plugs when you go on holidays and you have to have different adapters. And all
I don't
that?
know what sort of plug
Yeah.
you're going to say. talking about.
This could be anywhere. 22 McAleavey.
I've come up with all of these today. That's incredibly worrying how my mind
Mine's-
works.
What was it? MILF?
Plugs, do you know plugs that like adapter plugs for different
What was
countries.
the third one?
Diversions. But I'm not that guy. I'm not going to pick diversions.
There's going to be 3 more different things. Like,
The people will vote for the diversions. No one's going to vote for MILFs, and that's what I want.
That's fucking rude.
fuck me, MILFs.
MILFs, plugs, and diversions. Those words have never been said in that order.
Milfs.
Why are you late? Milfs, Plugs and Diversions.
MPD.
Oh yeah. Next week I'll have 10 in my hand at the New Northfield.
That's proper rack me base.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mine's I only came up with about an hour ago because
That's ruined me base. Alright, go on.
mine's is Dilts.
Oh, fuck.
Mine's is he's a fucking prick. I hate him. Philip Schofield. Did you see
Right.
that this morning thing
Oh,
today?
yeah.
That
Yeah.
is fucking gross.
Is that
Like
the energy bills
the
one?
energy will pay your energy bill. It's fucking
I haven't
weird.
recovered yet from Milfs, Plugs and Diversions. I'm so sorry.
He's a fucking weird guy as well. Like
Yeah.
he's too like too much Botox, too much fucking.
I quite like Philip
silver
Schofield in
fox
general,
hair.
but that this morning thing where they were giving away free energy.
That's so dystopian
To
and
people,
fucking
that's like
weird.
something from a Black Mirror
But then they
episode.
turn around, did you see the bit where he's like, and that's your energy bills paid for 4 months? It's like, come on. We
Yeah.
can do better in 4 months. Like, you know what I
know.
mean? If you're going to help people in poverty, help them out.
And they're spinning the wheel. Oh, so right, you know the fucking Julie who's at home with her 2 kids and the husband's run away and she's a milf. You know, and Sean McAleavey hates her. And all the milf hunters around her house. We're gonna pay your energy bill.
But it was like the wee song playing in the background while they spun the wheel.
Yeah,
Did you see
it's
that?
so dystopian
It
and
was like,
fucking weird.
do-do-do-do-do.
And we're here to welcome our new Prime Minister, Liz Truss. And he obviously votes Conservative. I've never seen a bigger
Yeah.
fucking Range
Do you
Rover
remember
driving
Boris
prick
Johnson was on, him and Holly Willoughby
taking the selfies.
got a selfie with him and all.
No way.
And Corbyn,
Yeah.
they're like, why don't you just give up? Why don't you just quit? It's clearly stressful for you.
Bring back Jeremy Corbyn. I was a big fan of him.
It's like, it's his fucking PV-shaped head. I want to punch him in his face.
I don't mind him in general, but I didn't like that
That pushed me over the edge today.
energy crisis thing. Right, so pet peeves of the week: Philip Schofield, Milfs, and people putting photos of their kids going back to
But
school.
what a weird variety this week.
And if you want to submit your own pet peeve, please reach out.
Yeah.
Please give it yourself.
You need
Like,
it.
I can't go on.
My guilty pleasure of the week is Milfs.
Mine's John. Mine's fucking Philip Schofield.
Sean's is photos of kids going back to school. I love it, but
We should just turn the show into this for an hour. I fucking love it.
talking about Milfs.
How dare you?
No, my guilty pleasure this week is
Simon got an inhaler, mate. I fucking get it tied here. Holy fuck.
you're turning into a pastor.
Oh god.
Load it. Mine's this week, guilty pleasure wise, is that's shit actually. This is fucking crap. I just noticed it in work when I drink like the really cheap coffee in the school. It makes me appreciate later on when I get a really nice cup of coffee from somewhere like a cafe,
Right. Okay.
which is just
So what's your guilty pleasure?
the
Drinking shit coffee to appreciate
shit,
good,
the good
coffee.
stuff, good coffee, yeah. So which is like the school buys the cheapest Tesco own brand stuff, and I'll buy it and I'll come in the morning, and I'll make a wee cup of it, and I'm like, this tastes like fucking diarrhea. But then I'll go on the way home and we get a nice coffee from one of the wee like fucking indie
Do you know what I will
places.
say is at least that's a genuine guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Because there's been a few guilty pleasures you go like, that's not really that guilty. Everyone
Yeah.
likes that.
So
That
shake-
is quite unique.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shake coffee is
shake
a
coffee.
guilty
It
pleasure.
makes me appreciate when you go into town and you get a proper.
That's almost
fancy
Sean
one.
levels
Yeah.
of niche.
Yeah,
that's very specific. to your
I
life.
like it in the fact I'm having a rub off effect on other
Yeah,
people
sure.
here.
Because I was
There you
thinking
go.
about it today. Just I took a sip and was like, that's like fucking bog water, but it's keeping me awake. And then
Fair enough.
I'll appreciate the good stuff.
My guilty
Would it
pleasure.
be actually? Could I
Go on ahead.
intertwine that? Would that be a free coffee? Doesn't matter what it is, just like free coffee. Just
Yeah, free
appreciate
coffee.
it.
Yeah. Appreciate it. He goes, listen, boys, you can't have the rainbow without the rain.
I'm not
No,
letting
no,
that
no,
bit
no,
expanded
I'm
to
not
free
letting that
coffee.
slide,
You can't have the rainbow without the rain. Pat.
I know, but it has to be shit coffee,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
free
shit.
coffee.
Shit like tastes better.
You know what I love? When people give you $1 million. Huh? What a guilty pleasure.
No, my guilty pleasure is drinking.
Chinese takeaways.
There's been no takeaway talk yet. Where'd you get the weekend?
Oh, wish boys, wish
Oh, for
wish.
fuck's sake.
No, I'm actually good this week.
Mine is watching snooker. Guilty pleasure. A lot of people find.
that fits into the category of not really a guilty pleasure.
You know that sport that's on the BBC that people watch?
It's,
Ah,
it's,
guilty
it's a
pleasure,
massive
mate.
tournament.
But it gets notoriously joked about as being the most boring sport. Like getting
I
cricket.
like it.
You can see I can't see you getting comfortable on the sofa in your boxers with a big pint of milk.
For snooker?
Yeah.
Mate, that's been me my whole life. I used to fake sick in school.
To watch
I used
snooker?
to bunk off school to watch snooker.
What?
Yeah.
I've been to the.
At the age of 10, I used to fake sick to
Down
sit
the
home watching
bookies.
snooker.
Is it the Oval?
What?
I've been to the place in Sheffield where it's played.
The Crucible.
See it? Crucible. The
Yeah,
Oval.
the Oval.
That's somewhere else.
The Oval is a cricket
Cricket
ground.
ground,
Yeah,
yeah.
cricket ground, yeah. Get my shite sports mixed up.
Yeah. I like a bit of snooker. I do. I like a good safety battle. Do you know what I mean? Not even a big score, like a 1-4-7. Good
The
old
Reds,
safety battle.
the Reds have been cleared off the table. He needs a
Yeah.
snooker. Oh, got it. That's
Blue
good
and yellow on the cushion. What's that do?
I haven't a clue.
Are you one of these people that don't understand it?
I know how to play pool.
Do you know how the rough rules of snooker?
No.
You basically pot the red. Wait, what's the song again?
Pot the red and screw back for the yellow, green, brown, and pink or black.
You have to pot them in that order?
Oh wait, we are snooker.
You pot a red, then a colour, then a red, then a colour, then a red, then a colour, then a red, and a colour. And you keep doing that until there's no reds left, and then you pot all the colours in order.
And that's it?
Yeah.
It's
But
just...
it's not just to do that, it's to get us more points than the other person.
Oh, well, I see.
Want to get the more points than the... Oh, I'm explaining the rules of snooker on my podcast.
And if you get a 147, everyone takes their tops off.
Yeah.
And swings around. It's fucking nuts.
Right.
I would like to see that actually. I'd like to see an integrated between them sports.
Yeah.
You know, snooker. I feel like you do an
Snooker and
you can have
darts.
like on one side of the divide. Yeah, they should do that more often. They should split them sort of pubby games into like quarters of rooms.
Have you seen the shootout in the snooker? It's like a tournament that they've brought in to try and make it more interesting, where you have 15 seconds on the
Make
shot.
it less so we get more pleasure.
You've just not done all your hard work.
There's 15 seconds on the shot clock, so you have to take the shots quickly, and the
okay.
crowd are allowed to like shout and cheer and all.
That's good. I like
Adds a
that.
bit of adventure to it, like.
I like
Snooker.
that because whenever you're playing snooker, they're like, "Do you really need to be silent for them hitting the ball?" If there was better, if it was
the
constant
gentleman's
noise, it's
game.
alright.
If it was constant, yeah, because you just drown it out. Like,
Yeah, it's not like that's like someone hitting a free kick and be like, "Everyone shut up."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
And in rugby, but in rugby they do it.
My dad was like, we were watching rugby and he went, see, this is far better than football because they actually respect the player. It's like, fuck up, yeah, prick, and come
Fuck
for a
off,
pint to
Stevie,
me.
go for a pint with your son, yeah.
I know.
My joking, mate. Nice guy.
My
Yeah,
guilty
yeah.
pleasure this week. So obviously I've had a lot of demons in the closets with my room 101, but I didn't have a lot of time to think of a room 102. So my guilty pleasure this week is fonts.
I figure say fun.
Fun. No.
Guilty pleasures.
Do you know what I like?
Having good crack.
Liking things.
Guilty pleasures.
FONTS.
Fonts, yeah. Because like, do you know whenever like
Do you know what's annoying me? I fucking agree with you already.
Yeah.
I love a font,
like
man.
fonts are actually like, but if they, the reason I'm saying it's guilty pleasures because no one really wants to admit they like a font. But see when you like see a bad font, you're like, oh,
We all
that
have our
annoys you.
chosen Instagram one.
I
that-
really
Like
do
you
like
go
a
for
font.
all your Instagram stories.
yes.
You have one you like the most.
Yes, and then like for like the post and all the subtitles, I always make sure it's the same font, and you're like, that
I
is-
never realised how much I like fonts.
Fonts
Until
are-
you just said I
Yeah.
love fonts.
Yeah.
Fucking creaming over a font.
Because I was making the wee tour poster and I got my mate Ali man to make it. And I was like, I don't like that font.
Yep.
And I was very specific about.
And you have no idea. You have no idea how
I
many
take it
fonts
back.
there is.
I love fonts.
What about my
Fonts
poster?
I'd like to fuck.
Do you want a
Phil-
bold? Do you want an italic? Tell me.
They're pure filthy fonts, lad. Them fonts are doing me up.
What's your favourite font?
I have no idea.
The one I put on my
I don't know
Instagram
what the
posters.
favorite one is, but I hate the. I don't really like all them Word document ones, like fucking, you know, Calibri and all. Not a fuss. Not. I like a
Times
good
Roman.
poster font, like you're saying. Like there's one called like Comic Sans and all.
Oh, no Comic Sans. Oh, no Comic Sans.
Yeah.
Jesus boy, that's a classic.
font, What about Wingdings?
What the fuck's a wingding?
Oh, mate, call yourself a font fan?
Are they like emojis?
Wingdings is the one at the bottom of Microsoft Word, and it is all just like hieroglyphics and all.
Lethal.
It's fucking like I used to like type stuff and all, but Wingdings.
Type your dissertation.
And like,
it's like wingding.
leave wee notes to people and all, and like you think like, oh, like they won't know what it is, but then they can just go in and fucking change
Also-
it back to Times New Roman and read exactly what it
Peak
says.
fancy shit.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Fuck's sake, we know.
Can we talk about as well? You two created posters this week. Did you create your poster? No.
No.
You gotta get it.
Yeah.
Kieran, I think it's fair to say you definitely created your poster.
Yeah. I was in the middle of making one. I was like, I'm gonna put in a lot of effort, and then Pete, you put yours up, and fuck, and I went, I gotta put mine up, and then I put mine up, and I was like, that is a fucking disgrace.
Well, my comment was, if that was my child's painting, it wouldn't make it on the fridge.
I think the fact that so shit worked.
Yeah.
And I was like
It's the
just
fact
like,
you're eating a brunch lolly in the background. It's
Yeah.
like, well, this guy isn't taking it serious.
yeah, this guy just wants people to know where you can see. The comedy's better than the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose it drew attention. Did you see I put RE podcast logo?
Did
on
you?
my
Yeah.
one?
Did
Yeah,
you?
down at the bottom.
Nice.
Beside the socials.
I don't know. It's just really tiny. It's in the brunch bar. It's one of the dots on the brunch bar.
Oh, dear.
Right, so recap us our guilty pleasures. Mine was fonts.
Watching snooker.
Fuck, what was mine? Like cheap coffee.
Cheap coffee. No, I don't like their bad ones.
They're
guys.
alright. Yeah, they're alright.
We're going to questions.
What?
We're going to questions.
What time
Yeah,
are
I
we
think
on?
we're about 40 minutes in, are we?
Fuck, we are flying by.
We're
Well,
flying by.
one of the
so-
first questions we got
to the
came from my mate Andy,
Oh, they.
and it's just a straightforward yes or no. No, well, not yes or no. But Messi or Ronaldo? Who do you have?
Messi.
Ronaldo. Oh, decide our vote here.
It's messy.
Fuck, it's
That's messy.
I think Ronaldo's more clutch.
No. I think if you actually watch football, it's messy.
But
Messi's natural. It's more poetic.
Nah, I love
If
Ronaldo.
you had to make a character on FIFA
Ronaldo the footballer, not the
with
human
all
being.
the stats, you pick Ronaldo.
Yeah.
If you had to make someone, you make Ronaldo, the height of him, the strength of him,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But like, it's whether you like something that's man-made or something that's natural. What do you appreciate more? He's man-made himself into the best player in the world, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't. Messi is just naturally
Well, that's
the
the
best
drive.
and has always been the best.
It's the bit between his teeth that kept pushing him to go on and
Exactly.
go on and be the best.
That's my opinion on it. It's all. What do you prefer? Someone making himself the best, or the magic that someone was just born the best?
Yeah.
Born
Not
that
saying
good, yeah.
Messi doesn't try, but you know what I mean.
The fact that Messi will never be replicated, I think.
Yeah.
You will get another Ronaldo somewhere down the line.
I think so too.
Something freaky like that. Because even
Haaland's
just looks like there's nothing that
looking like
looks
it a
like
wee bit.
Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean?
No, Haaland's not like Ronaldo.
No, but like he's looking like he's got that bit between his teeth that
I love
he's
Haaland. Haaland's my
outscoring
favourite
everyone.
player.
I'm like,
Just because he's
fuck.
such a creep. I like him.
I love players that are fucking weird.
Yeah.
He is a bit of a fucking enigma.
I
Like,
love loopers.
Do you know they wouldn't let him come over to England? Do you remember when he was doing his interviews first at Borussia Dortmund? He was getting like PR trained, and like, do you know the way he was going like an
That was
absolute
swearing, wasn't it?
moon cadet?
Yeah.
They were like, we're not letting him come down until he sorts this out because he'll get absolutely
Is that
ripped to
serious?
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. His man Dav, like, so his man Dav raised him in such a way where they knew he was going to be a Premier League footballer.
Yeah.
and he's just because in interviews they're like, well, "How do you think about that?" And he goes, it was good. And then
Sure, he was
he
like, it was a bit shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes good, sometimes maybe shit.
But they would ask him like after the game, like, so how did you feel the game? And he'd be like, good. Just to answer the question so like,
Because Piers Morgan was slapping him and being like, you need to improve your attitude, and you're like, fuck up, Piers
He
Morgan.
needs to improve his attitude. Piers
Yeah.
Morgan's a gimp. But
bad
what was the
one, but-
Haaland thing? I was going to say. Oh, I seen some tweet today. I was all, "Oh, look at me! I'm Norwegian. I score a load of goals, mate. I better have a wee think about what's going on in Ukraine."
Yes, yeah.
It's not all about you, mate.
Oh, mate, that video. You retweeted something today. Fuck, I wish I could remember it.
I retweeted something today.
Yeah. You retweet a lot, like.
Well, here's a question. Can I ask a question? This is a question that I've submitted.
Yeah.
Is that alright? This was on Have a Word, so I've essentially stolen it. If you had to do a GCSE now and get a grade B or above, or else your mum dies,
oh my god.
what subject are you picking? But it can't be a subject that you already have a GCSE in.
Media studies. It's my
Okay.
degree. I didn't do it in GCSE, but
Tell you what, I'm not doing it in English. Even though I'm a fan of the fonts, English ain't my strong point.
You don't have an English GCSE?
I have a C in it, but like,
Well, that counts.
can you do
oh,
poli-
right,
You can't do that.
fuck, I did like 10 GCSEs. What other ones is there?
Can you do politics at GCSE?
Yes, because I done it at A level, but didn't do it at
Yeah, I
GCSE.
don't know. Yeah, then I've got to go politics then.
So I
Actually,
do something like that, or maybe
Um,
something like leisure and tourism or something like that.
fuck. Imagine the pressure in the exam.
I can feel a sneeze coming, by the way.
Mama! That's a good one.
Oh, I'm trying to think what there's GCSEs in.
Welsh.
Yeah, that's just not happening.
Irish?
No, just because I look like I was in the rat doesn't mean.
Yeah,
With that jumper on you.
Yeah.
Sean McAleavey.
I would probably do it in like, you know what I do it in? Home economics.
I got an A.
Big few wee buns and all, and what I'd be good at that.
I got an A in that, so you can
Did
definitely
you?
get
Yeah, I'll be flying.
The
then.
only A I got in GCSE was in learning for life and work.
You are now.
I-
fucking
I
Skype.
could actually see you being a learn life and work teacher.
Mate, the
You'd
dream.
love that. I'll be class.
What else? And I got an A in drama. Big fucking drama queen.
That hasn't come in any use to.
No, not yet.
Apart from that one time you did the play.
Oh, the player Stevie G's cousin.
While you broke your finger and I cut it off or something, wasn't it?
Oh, I've done Oliver Twist. I think my finger sliced off. Fucking brutal.
My girlfriend was up to me. Was Kieran in the West End? And I was all, what are you on about? So he was in the play and all. He's always like a fucking school play.
It was fucking Ballyearl up the golf course.
She was obviously in the West End. He was like, what the fuck? You've met him?
Have you met? Yeah.
He's hardly fucking Sunshine and Roses fucking singing and dancing.
He's fucking. Don't hug me. When someone comes up and goes, "You done really well at that gig," and I'm like,
Bro can't make eye contact.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the West End.
when someone comes up and goes after a gig, like, "You done really well," I'm like, "Thank you." Put the head down, like my feet.
Hanks a million.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah. One was this is the would you rather. Would you rather?
I thought the would you rather you were talking about was
Oh, so
Ronaldo and
no,
Messi.
this is just one that I got sent. I got Ronaldo and Messi after. It's would you rather? This is again from my friend Jordan. Go back in time and be able to prevent 9/11,
Right.
or be able to hook up with a person, that one celebrity that you fancy the most in your life, for 7 days for a full week.
The celebrity I want to hook up with is Osama bin Laden. So
Yeah, listen, 9/11.
there's a bit of a crossover there.
I don't think we'd know each other if 9/11 didn't happen. So
What?
the butterfly effect. You don't want to go back and
I
fuck
was going to
that.
say we use born.
You know? My mum specifically remembers it because fucking they were on holiday and they were all watching it. My mum forgot that she'd left me in the kids club.
Yeah.
So fucking cheers for that, Bin Laden. PTSD.
I remember it as well, like vaguely.
I don't remember
it
9/11.
happening. I remember the next day being in my granny and grandma's on a swarm of light bays. I was making towers with building blocks. I remember doing that. Did you know them big mega blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was building them, and I remember asking my granny, like what was that all about? Because obviously it was all in the news, but I didn't understand because I was 5.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's that all about? And my granny like just butchering the explanation. Well, like, so there was like a you know yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway, sure. What about them cartoons?
Yeah.
Like,
What's Tom and Jerry up to today?
There was a bit of Pete, as you know at your age, ideological clashes. You were like, yes.
They're saying Bush was involved, but we don't
so
really
it all
know.
started up with a carving up in the Middle East.
As they say in Lurgan, jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Oh dear, fuck that.
You're saying the world would be a different place if 9/11 didn't happen. The ripple effect. Well, it'd be pretty different if I had bucked Beyonce too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think I would probably do
If I
more
was
of a
going-
shock the Western civilization.
If I was going with Saoirse Ronan, that'd be pretty cool.
Saoirse Ronan?
Yeah.
That's a random one. Do you know what? I put her in room 101.
Saoirse Ronan?
Mate, she does my
Why
head
can't they
in.
picture Saoirse Ronan?
Or Elizabeth-
Hold on. Can I explain it? The girl who doesn't fuck up about how her name's pronounced. Every interview, it's her. You know,
Is she an actress?
Isn't it? That's all she does is go on fucking Jimmy Kimmel and go, "Oh, it's Saoirse, it's Saoirse."
Oh yes. Have you?
Oh, she
I like
fries
everybody
my head. That is true about her.
Tell me
Isn't it?
how you pronounce your name, love.
That's all she talks about. It's like how
I
it's
get-
spelled and pronounced.
I get it wrong. No, it's Saoirse. Oh, sorry. I'm a silly
Fucking loves
boy.
it, like.
My name's Kieran.
A few names for you.
She's just like, ooh, say my name.
Niche reference. Anyone who gets that there. Talal Jomar asks, question to you, Swee. What's your top 3 favorite places? Favorite places?
Can I link in another question that will tie that question together? My brother sent.
Yeah.
My brother also said, is there any place that you've gigged and you're like, I will never gig there again if they ask me back?
Wait, what was the last question?
So Talal asked, what's your favourite spot to do stand-up? Favourite places to do stand-up in? And your brother's pretty much asking the opposite.
Yeah. Somewhere you would be like, even if they
I
paid
would
me, I
never
wouldn't
do
go
it
back.
again.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't do nowhere again. I wouldn't say that. Also, is, in this scenario, your brother's one, is it for money?
Well, I would have went with like Filthies again because it was like that fucking weird and PTSD inducing. But like at the same time, I got paid, so I'm kind of like I would
But you know when
definitely
you're
do it again
going
for
to a
60
shit
quid.
gig, like you've done once, like right, this is shit, and you just sort of somehow
Yeah.
make the most of it for some reason.
Yeah.
So I like that.
I there's nowhere I wouldn't do again.
Yeah, I think especially at our level, I'm kind of like I can't be turning down stage time.
Yeah. No, I can do a shit gig, and I know what you mean. That weirdness almost. This is gonna be a shit gig, and
Like,
I'm okay
get
with
up
it.
and
It's
enjoy
a
it.
shock to the system when it happens, but if you're invited back, you're like, fine.
Yeah.
If they invite you back and you've had a shit time as well, it's kind of like maybe I had a bit all right there then.
Yeah.
I'd love to do, well, this is biased, but 3 for me would be McCooey's and Uri, absolutely lit gig.
Yeah.
Maher Felt, the Terrace Hotel.
Right.
It was like 100 plus people.
Shit,
Yeah.
Fit in Harvey.
Lethal, yeah, Fit in Harvey's place, class wee venue. And then another place I love to do stand up. There's bound to be a Belfast one, isn't there?
Sunflower. Sunflower.
Oh yeah, Sunflower.
Yeah.
Sunflower's amazing.
Well, those first 2 you've named, I haven't done them yet, but they seem good.
They're class.
Mine would be Kiwis, Port Rush, Sunflower in Belfast. What was the other one I sold you?
Fuck Kiwi, Sunflower, and Jesus boy, are we fucking.
What was it we were talking about?
We had like an aneurysm.
Because we said we'd do the
We were
same
doing
ones.
we had the exact same ones yesterday.
We said we'd do the same thingamajigs.
The
What
Empire.
the fuck? No, not the Empire. The Empire was still class. Definitely.
Oh, wait, no, we've done the Empire.
Yeah, the Empire is fucking lethal.
I'm sitting in shock over here. I'm like, you ungrateful bastards.
I forget half this. I don't know what's going
the
on.
Empire was an open spot, so it just felt so quick. It was like that.
Yeah.
It was on and it was over.
I have to search our conversation because that will
Kiwis.
drive me fucking bananas.
Kiwis, Sunflower, and we didn't say the pub.
Boiler Room.
Boiler Room. Yes,
There you
Row
go.
Boils.
Boiler
yes.
Room is actually, that's a very great shout as well for Force for me, yeah.
Boiler Room is fucking lethal. I'm back at the end of this month and I'm very excited. It's also a Paul Curry who I've never seen, but he sounds absolutely mental, so it'll be a different kind of act.
Yeah, I've gigged with Paul before. He's a nice guy though, and I mean that he actually is a nice guy. I don't mean that as a slag.
Can I also say I really enjoyed it? Brickworks. It was. I don't. Well, I may have went in with no expectations, right? Not no expectations, but I just never So there's certain rooms you hear like fucking the crowd are mental, but the crowd in Brickworks are just fucking class. Like really
I
up for
enjoyed
it.
Brickworks, but I was really, really nervous for it. So I didn't really enjoy the
I
performance
don't
of
think I've
it.
ever done it before.
Yeah, it's a good room though. But for me, it's Empire, Boiler Room, Kiwis.
And if I had to pick a one out, in the pub always have somewhere special because it's the first place I started. But there's been some gigs in the pub I fucking had shit.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
Any other questions?
yes, sorry. Apologies. Let me get the old cellular device out.
Cellular device. By the way, see when I couldn't remember something there. Guilty pleasure, a good one would be. Do you know when you can go in their conversation on them like a messenger and you can search by a keyword?
Yeah, that's great.
That's great.
Handy bit of kit that.
That's how I found the fucking Dustin the Turkey Fontaine's DC video.
Yes.
There's here's one. Do you think if you got offered, this is from Brad, if you got offered
Good old Brad.
full training, full facilities by the best coaches, and you had to train UFC for a full year, do you think you would then go and fight a UFC fighter at the same sort of level?
No.
No? Is that just a straight no?
Right. So that's this episode over with.
Wait,
No,
so you get like full proper training for
You
a
get-
year, and then
for
you
a
have to
full
fight
year.
someone that has also done a full year's training.
Well, maybe they were there. They're UFC. They've just
They've been there and they're just entering the UFC as well.
they're
Yeah.
into
They're making their
UFC.
debut, but you don't know what
yeah,
they've done.
they've been doing MMA for years.
No. I don't back myself. I don't underestimate like that's probably especially because see
Them boys come out of fucking hellholes. like.
MMA. It's not like just a sport. It's like they learn it and study it.
Yeah.
There's like
You know what's happening.
philosophy and all, like mechanics of the way your body. It's not just like digging the head out of some cunt.
I don't
I
understand.
think you'd have a
like-
better chance doing it in boxing than you would UFC. UFC would be so much
I would
harder.
like to do one of them celebrity boxing things. I wouldn't mind it, but I wouldn't do
a comedian boxing thing. Yeah, like that.
Well, or just if any influencers on TikTok are looking at it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like a white collar sort of thing.
Yeah, I'd like to do something like that. Yeah, I think it'd be good crack.
But no, I have no interest in it. Like, even if you pay, you get paid for it, or you'll get like tagged in an Instagram status or something. I would not fucking
I
do
get
it.
claustrophobic.
What are
I
we
don't
talking?
bang it at me.
Would you do it for 10 G's?
Fuck, nah, because at 10 G's, well, that's not even a year's wages.
I would be prepared to be knocked out and hospitalised for 10 G's if you can guarantee I'm not going to have long term problems and I'm not going to die.
You wouldn't need to be knocked out. You just hit the deck and go, I'm out.
No, but I'm saying you can knock me out for 10
yeah,
grand.
fucking yeah.
I think if
I'll
Jake-
go as far as saying you can knock me out for 10
But
grand.
it's like if Joe Five was one of them like Joe weird tiered celebrities where you're not really a celebrity, and Jake Paul's like, I want to fight you, but like you're told you have to hit the deck in the first minute, the first round for like 100k, like absolutely.
No,
take a
no
fall
sweat.
or
Yeah,
let
yeah,
him
take
hit
a
you.
fall.
Oh no, he hits you, but you take a fall.
Mate,
Do you know what I mean?
if Jake
Like-
Paul punches me in the head, he's taking my head off. Like,
I think
Yeah.
like your boy Ben Askren, like I think he took the bag.
think so?
Definitely, 100%.
So did Kobe. The other guy he fought.
Was he the
The
black
NBA boy?
basketball player?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he
No,
did.
that guy got slapped.
Oh, did
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Yeah,
He
it
did
was
get slapped.
insane.
The Ben Askren one, because he's already been humiliated before. When I think he was like, yeah, of course.
I don't think he did. I just think he got he
got
his balls
on.
and he was happy to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't give a fuck. But
I
yeah.
sort of respect him.
Oh, so do I. Just like, yeah, you do you, boo.
He's all like, mate, I'm like 36. I don't care about all this like drama. Like, I'm just gonna go
He's like,
on
if
holidays with my wife.
I
Yeah.
won, I wasn't gonna fight more boys. Like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah, fuck, fair play to him.
What do we got coming up this week?
This week, are we alright? We're sort
Yeah,
of towards the
sweet,
end of time,
sweet.
aren't we? Really?
we're all right. Yep.
I do want to promote a couple of gigs. We have the Bellevue's back. We done it the last one in July.
Bellevue's back.
Bellevue's back.
It's going to be this lineup. So me and Pete done the first one along with William Thompson, Luke McGibbon, and Jordan Robinson.
And
we
this
got a
lineup's even better.
stacked up lineup
It's good.
with Dave Elliott, Roe Boyle, the King of Strabane, fucking Darren Matthews MCing, Mr. McAleavey here, and Johnny Bow opening. It's going to be fucking pumping like.
That is gonna be some night's crack.
Yeah, but hard posh to get a better lineup.
For £10 on a
£10?
on a Sunday night,
£10.
drinking on your own on a Sunday night.
Sure. Here. What else would you be at?
Like
That's class.
£10 venue North Belfast. It's going to be lethal. Get yourself down. Depending on how many tickets sold, we might do it in the new upstairs room. So it's going to be sort of
Lovely jubbler.
yeah. And
That'll be
also
good.
Yo Magazine are back with another lineup as well, headlined by Sean Hegarty and MC'd by Fintan Harvey. Grab your tickets to that. Mr. Tommy McCarthy, who's recently got into the boxer, who's recently got into stand up, will be performing at it as well. So another incentive, and then he's going to punch Pete for 10 grand after the knock him out.
Fuck. I was so close to saying something that I regret because I was like, I'll fucking fight him. And I was like, nah, he will kill me. Like, but this week I've got the American Bar, which should be out. It was Wednesday, should be the day after this is released. Stoneface in the Black Box on Saturday afternoon gig, and then the following week I'll be in Lavery's, which is on the Wednesday. So come to them, please.
Yeah.
Michael?
And for yourself, sir?
I have sweet fuck all. No, I've literally nothing happening this week, but it's good to take a break that you don't want.
It's good to be put on sabbatical.
It's good to be put on. I was actually meant to do. I was meant to headline in the American this week.
Yes.
Had to pull out of it because I've been called to a fucking work distributors overnight meeting. Can you believe that? I have to go stay in a hotel with work.
You are an
Yes, I
adult.
know.
Isn't that rotten?
You're an adult. You're a big boy now.
But they're
Mate, you need to choose work or stand up.
well, here's what I will say, and you'll appreciate this. It's like, where's the event in? Where we're staying? They're like, Dublin. It's like, red flag, don't like Dublin. What are we doing in there? Well, we're hosting the event in the Guinness Factory. It's like, okay.
Oh, right, hold on.
Yeah.
Can we just...
Yeah.
Reverse? Yeah. There's a...
I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, no.
What do you want to go back
Can we
to
just
there?
reverse it and be, yeah, it's in the Guinness Factory, yeah.
Sorry.
I thought you were going to say, like, you went down to Dublin and Fontaine's DC or playing it or something. But, you ever see that episode of...
Your wet dreams are all getting exposed on this podcast. But
You ever see that episode of Still Game with a fucking... You're a fucking baldy bastard. Stevie.
Yes.
Stevie boy. There's a guy who's just started my work and he's up to something and I'm Winston. I'm going to hide in the toilets and wait for him.
Right, I will give context. I
have no idea.
I will translate that Ciaran muck into English. There's an episode of Still Game where a bookie owes someone money, so he does a runner. The bookie then comes back, bald, and saying he's not the bookie, he's the bookie's brother. So the guy tries to prove that you actually are the guy that owes me. So in Kieran's world, there's someone in your work and you think he's up to something.
He's up to something. He's just, there's something, I don't trust him.
Sean, could you not get that from what he said?
Oh,
or
shit.
He's up to something and I don't know what it is, but I'm going to catch him. I'm going to wait in the toilets and catch him.
Well, tune in next week to see if Kieran's either got sacked or sent
Or
to
in
the
jail.
gallery for fucking peeping on his fucking co-workers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna corner him in the canteen. He's like, "What are you up to, boy?"
What are you up to, Sean? Right, guys, is that a pod?
That's a pod, yeah. Thanks very much, lads.
Cheers.
Tune in next week. We'll put the polls up on Instagram. Like, comment, share, all that usual shit.
Yep.
See you next time.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you on the next one.